so much for joining us here at the North Sydney PCYC today. We're in the presence of a man who has the ability to make boxing history and sporting history here in Australia. We've never had a heavyweight world champion, and perhaps we are about to do so. March 6th is the date. Grozny in Chechnya is the place of all places. He fights Ruslan Shagayev for the WBA's regular title, and it is a chance to make history. We're joined now by Lucas Browne, as well as two men who have been overseeing this preparation in the form of one of the greatest of all time, Nigel Benn. Rodney Williams is going to be in the corner in Chechnya as well with Lucas Browne. So thank you to the members of the media for joining us here today. And I'll start just by asking Lucas about the preparation first and foremost. It's been a bit of a transition for you because we're looking to see you move a little bit better in this fight. We want to see you use your power, but also provide something else. How are things going?
Thank you for everyone coming and all the rest of it. Basically in preparations for this, I've sort of gone back to where I wanted to be, where I needed to be, where my mind sort of wants me to be in the first place. But at the same time, it's exactly where Rodney wants me to be as well. So I trained with Jeff Fennick and people like that in the past, but they've sort of wanted me to do their style or their way of doing things, flat-footed, a bit more enclosed, arm punches, things like that, where I want to move around, I want to be a bit more agile, I want more head movement, and I want to explode in and out. So luckily for me, the way Rodney wants me to fight is exactly the way that I actually want to fight in my head, and it's been sensational to sort of learn and just those little tidbits that I need to sort of do.
Lucas, your history says when history is made, it is about making history. There's never been an Australian heavyweight world champion. There's been a few over the years who've gone, some who possibly should have won the title, but no one has. How much does that play a role in how you go into this fight mentally and how important it is to you? It is like any other fight. Obviously, you do everything the same, you prepare, all that sort of stuff, but it does mean much more, obviously. To myself, growing up, I wanted to be the heavyweight champion of the world, so this is my opportunity to do so. For my children's sake, I want them to be proud of their dad and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, Australia, I think that Australian boxing needs a world heavyweight champion. We've had a few in the other sort of weight divisions and things like that, but never in the heavyweight division. So I think we need to put Australian heavyweight sort of boxing on the map and then really sort of bring some excitement back into it. You're off to one of the most hostile places on earth in Grozny in Chechnya. It's a tricky place to go for any occasion, but for a boxing event where your opponent is best friends with the president of the country, you don't know what sort of judging or refereeing you're going to get, you don't know what the circumstances are going to be. It's quite an intimidating sort of a situation for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is what it is. I'm going over into his backyard, as you said, best friends with the president and all that sort of stuff. So I also don't think a decision would be wise on my part. We're not sort of looking for a knockout, so to speak, but we're definitely not looking for a decision. So I'm going over there with the mindset that obviously I've got a job to do. They'd be respectful of me coming over into their backyard, being one of the combative sports, all that sort of stuff. So I'm not a smart ass or going to knock anyone while I'm there. I'm going to be completely respectful, but at the same time I'm there to do a job. So I'm there to knock him out, I'm there to win the fight and bring it home.
I'll go to your trainer, Rodney Williams, for just a moment. Rodney, you obviously got what you got with Lucas a little bit. He arrived as an unfinished package. What have you done with him since he's arrived?
The first few things I'd done was basically put him through a little bit of an assessment as far as to have a look at what his athleticism was like. From watching his last fights, I was quite surprised at the athleticism of a guy his size. And like I say, a lot of people always check that first quote I'd given, and that was the fact that I was looking to take advantage of the athleticism of a man his size. 6 months later, happy where we're at. I've pretty much done that, taken advantage of what he has, and just rebuilt the package, and quite happy with what he's now able to do.
We hear a lot about his power. Tell us, as he's training, catching his punches, how big are those punches?
It's quite bizarre. He doesn't look like he hits hard. I've been in the opposite corner of Lucas before, and not thinking that he hits hard, but to watch the fighter come back and just be damaged and more damaged, it was quite bizarre. But now to actually hold pad spring, he doesn't have that snapping power. He's actually, he's got a left-hand sledgehammer and a right-hand sledgehammer, and when you feel the weight of the punch, it's more the weight of the punch than the snap of the punch or the speed of the punch. It's just incredible. It's just incredible.
Now, on the other side of Lucas is Nigel Benn, voted by the WBC as the greatest super middleweight of all time, multiple world champion and a superstar of world boxing. Nigel, how important is this? Do you think that Lucas gets what he's going over there to do at the moment to become Australia's first heavyweight world champion? It's a massive deal, isn't it?
I think, I'm just so excited for him to have the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. And we sat down there and as you know, I'm passionate and I'm trying to pass that passion on to him. And the things that he wants out of life, he ain't going to get better than this now. The car, the house, the money in the bank, looking up and be the first heavyweight championship. I was like, come on, let's go for it. And I'm just his cheerleader. I'm getting to do things that, Rodney's his trainer, but you know what, I'm still going to scream in his ear. Because to me, he's actually very placid, he's the loveliest heavyweight I've ever come across. But I want to have that passion. He's fighting for the world title. When you go out and fight Checo, get out there, sit about him. Don't give him a chance, get on him, straight away. And I said, he's 5'11", he's 6'5". You know your Australian rugby players, you like to lean on people. You're not having a fight. He's got it in him. He's got it to just lean on him, wear him down and bang him. I've seen him knock Rodney around on the pads. I think, wow. I'm glad I held the pad once, I think, and he was banging. I thought, that's it. He ain't knocking my joints out for nothing, mate. But he's got the power. And I just believe that me personally, I think, if he does what Rodney tells him to do within 6 to 8 rounds, he'll wear him down. I just believe that. And then fulfill all his dreams. He'll be right here. And then you know what? We say, oh, come on, mate. Now, let's go and look at Tyson Fury. Let's go and look at Anthony Joshua. The world will be his oyster. And I want to have that passion. I'm trying to drive him. I'm trying because whenever I fight, I've got to have that passion. I want to try and install it in him. Because he has it. He has all the qualities to be the first Australian heavyweight champion of the world.
Lucas, do you have that passion? We've seen from
Not
Nigel.
that passion. It's hard to have that passion.
It is, but Nigel Benn throughout his career, that's what he brought to the ring. You're going over there to make history. It's an enormous thing for Australian supporters, an enormous thing for a lot of people. Do you have that passion? Do you feel that strong?
It is. I think everyone's different. Obviously, Nigel is at a level 10. I'm maybe at a level 6, but that's the way people are. No matter what comes out of his mouth, it's always about that passion and about the way it is. And I take some of that, of course, 100%. Rodney's on the other end of the scale where he's more down here in it too, because it's just, but that works for me as well. So I think it really is there. And I think once I sort of set foot in Chechnya, it'll sort of start hitting home a little bit more.